guys, what up? Hope you can hear over my air conditioner. I set up in a different spot so my arm doesn't fall asleep while I'm recording this video. So I am in week 8. Oh my god, 2 months. 2 months. That's I'm gonna do my obligatory "this is my voice 2 months on T." It's actually really starting to sound deeper, like, consistently, which is making singing awful. It's really hard right now because I don't know what the hell to do with my voice when I'm singing anymore. I want to drop down, like, low with the rest of the guys, but, like, at the same time, I don't quite know how to sing like that yet. Yeah, it's been interesting. So there's been some exciting things going on, which is why this is, like, a few days late, because finals just finished on Tuesday, which means that the seniors are graduating on Sunday, and I am spending a lot of time with my friends who are graduating, doing end of the year senior send-off kind of things. A lot of my different organizations have taken us out for drinks, you know, for those of us who are 21, and have had wings, you know, with some professors and people that are involved in different organizations with me. Tonight we're going out for appetizers and games with the music department, because I'm in choir, and the band is also going to be there. And so it's been a fun week. It's, you know, that crazy, like, end of the year. I've been saying a lot. I'm so sorry. But we're doing all the end of the year stuff, so it's pretty exciting time of the year. And I leave for Serbia in, what is today, May 5th? I live in 10 days. I leave in 10 days to go international. I'm so excited. I've never flown internationally. I've never been outside of the country. Like, I've been to Puerto Rico, but it's the United States, so it's not really going internationally, and I'm really excited to experience a different culture in a different part of the world. In Europe, I'm gonna have a lot of travel coming up in the next year or so, and I'm really, really excited because I always really wanted to travel the world, and I have some opportunities coming up in the future that are really promising, mostly centered in Europe, which is exciting to me because I've always really wanted to travel to Europe and experience the different countries there, mostly because my heritage is European, so it'd be kind of cool to see, like, the places where, you know, my ancestry comes from and that sort of thing. But I'd also really like to travel just all over the place, so, you know, first step in that is going to be Serbia, so I'm really excited. We have a layover in Germany. We're going to be in Frankfurt for just a couple hours while we're on our layover, so it's not like I'm really going to get to see Germany, but I'll be in Germany for a couple hours, which is really neat. So that's the exciting stuff that's going on right now, and in the middle of dealing with all of it, the really exciting stuff, I'm still dealing with all that insurance nonsense that I mentioned a video or two ago. I'm working on an appeal right now. Basically what happened is the prior authorization thing that's supposed to go through was sent to the insurance, and then they were kind of like, well, we don't really think that this is, you know, something we cover. We don't really want to cover this because blah blah blah, all this stupid insurance stuff. So my doctor, through like 400 phone calls, I swear to God I was on the phone like so much the last few days, they sent the necessary paperwork or whatever to appeal. So that's what's going on right now. And my best friend, who is a saint, I love him so much, loaned me some money to get my IT for the next 2 weeks, so I at least got a vial. I'm going to need more before I leave for Serbia because we'll be gone for 3 weeks, so I will need more. So I'm hoping things get figured out, but the appeal won't go through as quickly as I was hoping. They said that they'll have a decision to me within 15 days. I'm going to be out of the country in 10, so I'm hoping they have a decision to me before that. That would be fantastic. So that's an update on that's going on. Update on other things going on in my life. I had an incident that I kind of mentioned in a different video that I would make a post about, and honestly it was a really anticlimactic response. So basically what happened was I have a professor who asked me something really inappropriate. I walked out of class, turned in a test, walked out of the room, and she called me back to the little, like, alcove the doors like set into, to ask my opinion about Ted Cruz and something about his opinions on the bathroom bill controversy going on with North Carolina's anti-trans bills and that sort of thing. And I was kind of uncomfortable because she's asked me my political opinions and, like, called me back to the room to ask, you know, me about that. So I kind of mumbled a quick response, basically like, I don't really like Ted Cruz, I don't support his opinions on these sort of things, obviously. And she then proceeded to say, which bathroom do you use? And I was like, what? Why are you asking me this? You're only asking me this because I'm trans. You wouldn't ask your cisgender students which bathroom they use. That's an inappropriate question. Also, in that weird like professor to student dynamic, it just felt really inappropriate for her to do that because of the power structure inherent in that relationship, and that I don't have a close relationship with her. I really actually don't like this professor, and it's the first class I've ever taken with her. It's the last class I'm taking with her. It was just a gen ed, so it wasn't like there was any relationship there or anything, where there be any context to the conversation. She literally called me back to the door to ask me that, just so that was really frustrating. And I sent an email to administration and the dean of students, the dean of faculty, the chaplain who I'm really close with, who knew about the incident already, and she's also our head of diversity and inclusion, and then also one other administrator. And so the response I got from that was pretty anticlimactic. The dean of faculty, basically, she is actually retiring in a couple months. We hired a new dean, so she's sort of like on that like, I don't really care, I'm leaving kind of thing. And her response was basically, well, it doesn't sound like you really want us to do anything, so we're really just gonna like not, basically. And then the dean of students was like, well, sorry this happened, we can try to educate, good luck with finals, bye. And it was just like so not helpful, and I was sort of a little disappointed in those responses, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet about that. The chaplain, who, like I said, I'm close with her, she said that I should email back and be like, well, I didn't mean don't address this issue directly to the professor. I just meant to say, like, education is really what I think is the best way to handle these things, because I don't think she was being malicious, I just think she was ignorant. So that's what happened with that. I'm hoping things like get addressed there or something, just because like that's a really awkward and uncomfortable thing to ask somebody, and it's not an appropriate question. So yeah, that's been going on. And then I guess like some cool things I've noticed with tea related things, just to kind of update since it's been 2 months now. My hair on my legs is really starting to fill in. Like, you probably can't really see it if I showed you, but it's starting to get stubbly on the backs of my calves, where I've never had hair. Like, my entire life I've never grown hair on the backs of my calves. It's always been like on the shins and knees and everything, and it's starting to like come in, so it's really stubbly because it's new short hair. Speaking of stubble, I shaved for the first time, where I actually needed to, and it was because I was getting like that really faint, like kind of gross stash thing going on. It was like, oh, I'm gonna shave that off, and so I actually have stubble right now, and it feels weird and it's cool. So I have been noticing a little bit more like body hair kind of things. The voice, obviously, I keep talking about the voice, but I'm really excited about it. Also noticing some fat redistribution, I guess we're gonna call it that, because that's what the medical term is for it. Just in sort of like the abdomen area, I've noticed like a kind of shifting feeling where things are kind of different. My pants are sitting different. The way my stomach feels is different, and not just like, oh, my skin feels different, like I said like several weeks ago or whatever. So that's been interesting. Also noticed that I'm still hungry a lot, but it's sort of not as like ravenous as it was the first few weeks, so that's been good because it's a little bit more manageable, I think. Energy wise, I'm not as exhausted as I've been. I've been tired because it's been finals, but I haven't been like, I'm dying, I need to sleep right now this instant, so that's also been a nice improvement. You know, mostly just kind of the continuation of other things that I have mentioned before, but it's exciting. Things are actually starting to like be a little bit more pronounced. The face shape, I'm starting to notice the jawline is getting a little wider. It's starting to look a little bit more like meaty, beefy, whatever. My beefy face in my beefy hands. So that's, you know, what's going on. This is a really long video, so I'm sorry, but not totally, because there's not a lot going on. So I will try to update regularly in the future, but with going to Serbia, I can't necessarily promise that it will be regular updates, but I really want to be able to do travel vlogs, so that will be exciting. At least something will come. I'll record some footage for you guys when I'm in Serbia, doing all this cool theaters and concerts and stuff. So more to follow, and I will see you guys later. Peace and love to y'all.